Hello guys and girls, today I'm finally answering a request from one of my beautiful subscribers, and she was asking about the cheating situation in Russia and Ukraine. Why do men cheat and why that's considered normal and what's this all about? So right now I'm just gonna talk about few aspects. I will follow up with another video because it's a very big topic. First of all, there is a common misconception saying that men cheat. Well, guys, if men cheat, who do you think they cheat with? The thing about women never admit things in our country. They always hide it, and it's a whole another story. I'm gonna make a separate video on this one, okay? So right now we're going to get on the main case because that was the question, and I will just say a few words where I think how is that cheating isn't considered as so terrible as that would be in US, because in US I don't know about Hollywood and all the fancy places, but overall on average country sort of situation it's a big deal. So first of all, I think it comes all the way back to World War II, when the majority, a huge amount of our men were killed. And I think back then women were settling for, they just wanted to have a kid. They wanted to have a continuation. So I think back then those few great men that come back from the war, I think they would have children with number of women back then. Although the moral things were different, but I think they still were having children with other women because they needed that, right? Was no man and it was hard. And I think that kind of gives you a base that over time we still have more women than men. So that's another thing. So that changed our demographic, and our women have this program of having a kid. I mean, it's changing right now, but it was always classic that you always want to have a child and stuff like that. Another reason is that we have so many beautiful women in Russia and Ukraine. I had not ever realized that. I thought it was just regular till I come to US. When I come to US, I was like, okay, now I know what you meant. Now I understand you. So I understood, that our women are really attractive, and men just have a lot of seductions. And for certain age it's okay. When we are in that age, when we are searching for a partner, when we're checking things out, it's better when we do it then rather than when we do it after we get married, right? So there are certain age when it's okay, which leads me to another point. A lot of marriages, especially like our parents, anyone who's like, I don't know, 45, 50, 60, 65, 70 years old now, back in time, they would get married very early. So they would be getting married at 18, 19. By 25, it's like you're like an old bride. So basically, they were getting married late teens, early 20s. And sometimes that was the wrong person. And sometimes you already have kids. And, back in Soviet Union, divorce, it was like this whole big drama. So those people who were not happy in a marriage, they sometimes would have a relationship that's supposed to be, secret relationship with somebody else to, not all marriages were great. Some of them were very unhappy. So people were fulfilling their needs this way, which is sad. But the pressure of the social opinion was so high that people would go for it, would hide their life, would be miserable, but would not admit or change their life. And the last reason for it now would be that, we don't have, like in a modern life, we don't have all those laws like here in US. If you had been with somebody, you might lose your house, your kids, you might lose your job. Means a lot here in US, but in our country is not so much. People aren't as responsible. They're more driven by passion than by responsibility. And it's good and bad at the same time. Sometimes it can be bad because we have many families where there is a woman and a child, and the woman had never been married and she's having a child by herself. It's a very common situation. But the good news for you guys, if you're searching for a woman from Eastern Europe, our women highly appreciate faithful men. So if you are a faithful man, you have great chances to build a relationship with a woman, because that's one of the qualities we appreciate the most. Because nobody wants to be fooled, everybody wants to have trust in relationship. So in my next video I will tell you more about emotional aspects and what's going on currently. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.